So when I was 13, I was at the lowest point in my football career. I just suffered like a bad knee injury, and I was out from training and games for about 5 months. And when I returned in September, and I was 14 then, I thought, I had missed out on a lot, which to be honest, I missed out on maybe like 20 games, trainings, all that kind of stuff, 5 months of football. And I thought to catch up, I had to work super hard. And that's what I did. I worked super hard. I bought all the equipment. I bought, all the gym weights and all the gym equipment and all this kind of like special training equipment, poles, hurdles, cones, all this kind of stuff. And I worked super hard, and I did a bunch of research on what to kind of train. And I did that. And I did like cone drills and, all these kind of ball mastery stuff and workout routines. I was waking up at like 6 a.m. to do like a yoga routine, core workout. And like, it was cool and all. I felt like I was working hard and I was disciplined and I felt like Ronaldo. But to be honest, like I was playing the worst I've ever played before, like in my life, I felt robotic, I felt slow, I felt sluggish, I felt slow in the brain. I couldn't tap into the flow state. I couldn't play through instinct. Even though I was doing all these drills, I was working super hard. I just couldn't tap into the flow state in real games. And I was performing not the best, to be honest. I was just kind of like an average player. I was just there. I was shy. I wasn't confident at all. It was until I realized that all this kind of hard work, all this kind of stuff that you see on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram doesn't actually like equal elite performance. And what I'm trying to say is that hard work doesn't really mean much, to be honest. Like, everyone is working hard. It's the bare minimum. And like, I was failing at football when I was working hard. It was until I realized that actually hard work doesn't mean success. Smart work equals success. And that's when I found the fascia training that you may have seen. Bird making a bit of noise, but that's when I found the fascia training. That's when I found the natural training. That's when I found the barefoot training. This is what I obviously share all over social media on natural footballers. And this is when I found it, because I was at like a low point in my football career. I was working super hard. I just come back from a big injury and I thought I needed to work super hard, which is a good mindset I had. I didn't give up, but I was down. I wasn't playing well. My dribbling was bad. My shooting was off target. My passing wasn't good. So I was down, bro. I was really down mentally as well. It was until actually I realized like something had to change. Something had to change in my football career. I couldn't just keep doing the same stuff and expecting different results. That's just insanity. It just doesn't, if you're doing something, if you're doing a type of training and you're not getting results over time, you're just like, you do it for a week, okay, maybe you don't get results, but then you keep doing it for a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, a year, and you're still getting the same results. You're not getting actually any better. Then something has to change. And this is what I realized after about 6 months of this type of training. I realized that it wasn't 6 months, it was a year of this training. I realized something had to change. And this is a really important mindset that you need to have. And it's something that a lot of footballers don't have because they have such big egos. They think they know everything. They don't. And I thought I was one of those people that thought they knew everything. I didn't. So that's when I came across this natural training, barefoot training, natural lifestyle, sunlight grounding, fascia training. This is when I came across it all, and my game changed forever. So the main lesson of this video really is like, hard work doesn't mean success. And if you're doing a type of training and it's not actually working, then something has to change. Something has to change in your way of thinking, your mindset, your training, because you can't just keep doing the same thing and expecting different results, because that's just not how it works. So for me personally, fascia training changed my game. Natural training, natural living changed my game completely. And I've shown it to hundreds of thousands of footballers across the world. And they have changed their game as well, because they used to do all the hard work as well. They used to do the cone drills, the ball mastery, the band exercises, the gym work, lifting weights. They used to do all that stuff as well. And then they realized actually something's got to change. And that's why they joined my mentorship program, my coaching program, the Natural Football Mastery. And I showed them the fascia training, and then their game changes. And since then they get called up to their national teams and sign in for pro academies. And this is what happened to me personally. I signed for an academy here in New Zealand, and I got a trial at Bournemouth, and I played academy football in England as well. So like it is like real. I'm not capping or anything like that. So yeah, I failed at football until I realized this. I realized that my hard work that I was seeing all over YouTube, TikTok, by the biggest YouTubers that I bet you watch, I was seeing all their training and I was copying it and I wasn't getting any results. It was until I changed my thinking, I changed my mindset, I changed my training, and that's when I got the best results. But I mean, if you want me to be your coach, if you want to learn that fascia training, that natural training that helped transform my game and is transforming hundreds of thousands of footballers across the world, then just click right here to watch the free masterclass, and there you can join the Natural Footballer Mastery. But yeah, hope this helped and kind of opened your mind, because if you're still doing training that isn't working or isn't getting you results, then something's got to change.